guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. It is some kind of a coral, bronzy, fiery, molten. I'm living for this type of look. You guys know that. So I did dip around a little bit as always. I want to start using some of the new things that I get when I get them because I'm really bad about that. I could film every day from now to the end of the year and still not use everything, all my palettes. It's crazy how much I have, but this is the Smashbox Ablaze Face Palette. I just got this recently, I think a few weeks ago, and this is what is on my face as well as my eyes. I did also use the ColourPop Super Shock Ultra Metallic Shade Dawn Fawn. This is one of their duo. This is from the Vault, the Super Shock Vault. Some of the shades are duos, and this is one of them. So this is what is on my lids. And yeah, you guys know that I cannot follow a typical one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter YouTube tutorial where they all go into the crease with a large, fluffy brush and swashbuckle some color around. That does not work for me or my eye shape. So yeah, you guys will see throughout the tutorial that I do kind of skip around a little bit because I like to create some structure and some definition and kind of have that guide going. And you guys will see that throughout the tutorial. So yeah, that is it. If you guys are new here, my name is Lauren Jade. I do tutorials based on my eye shape, which is hooded eyes, which is slightly downturned with mature, crepey, wrinkly skin because I just turned 57 2 days ago, my birthday. So yeah, so I am now officially 57. I know. So yeah, so if you guys want to see how I created this look and learn some tips and tricks on how to create definition, how to add definition and structure to the hooded eye, how to work with hooded eyes, and just keep watching. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, join my little hooded eyes family, and the notification bell to be notified of all of my future uploads. Whew, and without talking anymore, let's just get into this tutorial. Okay, I have already went ahead and I have primed my eyes. I used MAC's Paint Pot here in Soft Ochre, and then I lightly set this with a little bit of translucent powder. And I'm going to go in and bronze up my crease. I'm using the Benefit Hula Bronzer. I use this one all the time because it's kind of a neutral. You know, it's not too warm, but it's not super cool either. So this just is perfect for shadowing and kind of bringing in that eye contour just to start to warm everything up. I always bronze my crease. So I'm going to start out by putting a little bit of color right here in the outer corner. And then I'm going to, now right here is my natural crease. I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but my natural crease is pretty low because it's not a crease at all. It's actually a hood. So I'm going to be going right above that, right on the so-called hood of the eye. And I'm going to be right on my socket bone right in here. And then when I get to this inner corner, I'm going to pick up a little bit more, and I'm just going to kind of swirl a little bit in the inner corner, brush this up towards the brow as always, and then take a little bit into this nose contour just so that everything just kind of ties together. I'm also using a Sigma E35 because for this, I just want a light wash of color right on this socket bone right here. And then I'm brushing it the inner corner and up to the brow. So I did pick up the Smashbox. This is called the Ablaze Face Palette. And I also have the, right here, this is the Cali Contour Palette. In case you guys don't have that, I'm going to show it to you. It looks like this. It is a little bit more cool tone, so I use that one a lot, like in the fall. This one, however, is new. I have to get better at showing my products when I first get them and kind of doing little tutorials with them because I literally get stuff almost every single day, and I have a lot of stuff coming, so I literally could film literally from now till the end of this year and I would not get through all of my palettes. That's how many hundreds of palettes I have from last year and what I've gotten this year. It's a ridiculous amount. Okay, so I'm going to go into this Ablaze palette, and I'm going to take, I'm not sure what shade this is, but I'm going to start to kind of bring in some definition now and start to kind of contour and get the shape going a little bit more. So on this MAC 224, I'm gonna pick up this shade right here, which is just a little bit darker, or kind of almost close to the Hula shade, bronzer shade, and I'm going to start to kind of define this shape. I'm still working right inside this socket bone, so right inside this little tiny crease fold right here, and I'm just gonna kind of start to bring in some shape. I'm gonna also take it inside here. I'm just gonna kind of follow the natural contour of my eye, so my natural eye shape. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually start to bring in some definition, kind of define this hooded eye and bring in some shape and definition, because when you have hooded eyes, you don't have that natural shape because you can't see it because of that skin fold. So I'm gonna take from my Melt Rust Stack, I'm gonna take this deep shade here. This is called Rott, and I'm going to do my winged liner now, but I'm gonna do it a little bit differently, and I'm gonna, as I'm doing it, I'm gonna kind of explain. I'm using a Hourglass number 10 angled liner brush, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of try to talk through this and kind of explain why I'm doing this, because I want to create some definition out here, and this is also gonna kind of act as a guide and a barrier, almost the exact same way that tape would. So I'm gonna start out by, and I will be smudging this out in a little bit, but so it's gonna look a little harsh kind of at first. I'm gonna start kind of right towards the end here, just so that I can get that alignment going, because I want to follow the alignment of my lower lash line straight up. There's a little bit of a flicky curve here, because this has a little curve, so I'm making this have just a tiny curve. I'm not taking it very high. So here's my natural crease right here, and this is kind of right where I am stopping. And then I'm going to just fill this in. So I'm going to start at the very base of the upper lash line, take it to the end. I'm going to go a little bit higher, take it to the end. If you have downturned eyes, your eyes are slightly downturned, making this winged portion a little bit thicker on the outer portion of the lid kind of creates the illusion that it's not so downturned. So I take it a little bit thicker out here to the end, and then as I get to the inner corner, it's thinner. So once I get this going, I'm gonna switch to this is the Makeup Forever. I'm gonna switch this a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to stamp along the root of this upper lash line right here. I'm gonna try to really get in between the lashes, so it kind of gives a little thickness illusion. Just going to take this all the way. Okay, so now you can see that I have a little bit of structure and definition. I have my template going, I have my fake crease, I have my little baby wing, which is giving me a guide, knowing that I have to stop right here and keeping everything up. So the baby wing kind of gives that elongated illusion, and then the fact that I'm not coming past where my little wing is, I'm getting that uplifted effect. So now I'm going to blend out this shade, and I'm going to take this darker brown shade here, just a little bit of it. I'm using a Sigma E25 for this step, and I'm just going to blend out this line. I'm going to start by stippling the color right on top of where I put that line, and then I'm going to lightly blend this. I want to keep the definition and the structure, so I'm not wanting to blow this out and swashbuckle a bunch of color around. So I'm going to just go in small circular motions right on top of my socket bone, and I'm just going to follow the shape of that crease that I brought in. So I'm going to stay right inside this socket bone right here. So right in my socket. Telling you, this eye contouring just really gives me all sorts of vibes. You could totally stop here. You could add your mascara, your false lashes, and you would have a beautiful soft socket type of a contour. But I'm going to shimmer it up a little bit for today's coral look. And I'm telling you, the colors I'm going to use is some kind of fire molten that just is stunning. So I'm going to take this shade, which is called Classic, from the Melt Rust Stack as well. And I'm just going to do what I always do now, and I'm just going to map out my lid space. I would just totally stop like right here if I were just doing an everyday look. Stunning, stunning. I always cheat my lid space, so I'm taking it up a little bit higher. Just getting this kind of mapped out. I'm gonna do, I needed my Sigma E40. I'm just also gonna take a little bit of this, and I'm just gonna kind of dust this out here. I like everything light and airy out here, so I'm just gonna be putting in a light little dusting to kind of catch the edges of this, all these crease shades and the bronzer and all of that, just to kind of make everything kind of melt into, all right. I would totally stop here, you guys. This literally breathes life into me. This soft socket contour, the definition, you know, this is what hooded eyes needs, because on some people that have a perfectly defined crease, you can literally see the socket bone, you can see everything, you can see where the colors need to go, right? You can just see it. You can, just like makeup artists, they can visually see that. I can see it on other people, and now because I've been working with my eye shape for so long, now I can see it on myself, where the contouring needs to go, where the definition needs to be placed, so that I can get that structure and that eye shape going. I live for this. Like, I would just keep it like this, but we're going to do a shimmery look today. So back into the Smashbox Ablaze palette, I'm going to be picking up this bright peachy corally blush, and I'm going to put that right over on top of the lighter shade that I just used to kind of map this out. How much got cut off, but I'm using the Dawn Fawn. This is from the Super Shock Vault ColourPop. This is the Ultra Metallic, and I was applying this red shade, and now I'm going to take the gold from this duo, and I'm telling you, this combo is some kind of a fiery, molten, so beautiful. And I'm going to place this directly, obviously. It is a stunning combo. I'm going to grab a little bit more of this darker shade now from the Smashbox palette. I'm going to place this on the outer lid and just kind of be blending this into the shimmer. I'm also going to kind of go right on top of that shimmer, just kind of smooth out the line. I'm also going to grab my angled liner brush and also kind of go over just the top where the shimmer is, just to smooth out so that I have a nice smooth edge. I always call it the border, honestly, because I don't know what else to call it. It's that area where the shimmer meets the crease shades. I'm just smoothing this out, making sure that everything is nice and smooth so that there's no jagged edges. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of this. I'm gonna take a little bit of this red, and I'm just going to kind of wiggle this right on the border, kind of like where that matte shade out here towards the end, just kind of wiggle that so that it's just kind of blended in nicely. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of that gold again, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner. All right, I just popped on some of the OFRA highlight. This was in the shade Beverly Hills, and I think I grabbed these two shades and I just put a little bit on the inner corner here. This highlight is something else. I'm hoping the camera is picking that up. And yes, it does the exact same thing for your eye look. Popping a little bit on the inner corner. Boom. Yes, boom. All right, I am just touching up now my face. I did touch up my lips and I retouched up my baby wing. Since I was doing all of my colors, I'm using this face palette, of course, because that's what we have on the eyes. And on the cheeks, I'm gonna dust just a little bit of these beautiful corally shade. This one is a shimmer, and I'm just gonna dust a tiny bit. I'm not a apples of the cheek blush person, so I like to sculpt and then just kind of flick it outwards. And I did use, for highlight, I did use the OFRA Beverly Hills highlighter, which looks like this. By the way, it is just popping. I'm going to just dust a little bit more now on top. Can you see? And I did touch up my lips, and then of course I did my baby wing. I think I just said that. I'm gonna now spray my face. I'm using the Kylie setting spray here, and then I'm gonna dry the face, and the look will be complete. Oh, that's a lot. Whew. Hold on. Whew. I love this feeling of the setting spray. And if you really want to be a little extra, and because, you know, why not? You really want to be a little extra, and why not? Before it completely dries, you can go in with a tiny little bit extra of the highlighter. And that will really make things pop to the next level. This is the OFRA Beverly Hills highlighter here, and I'm telling you, I'm in love with these OFRA highlighters. All right, guys, that completes the look. This is the final look. I love it. I live for these corals and these bronzy type looks. They just breathe life. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Mwah! I will see you in my next one. Bye.